So God was looking all over the earth for a man who was loyal to him. And guess what? He found one. He found one, and his name was Gideon. Now, when God found Gideon, Gideon was hiding from some bad guys because there were some bad guys named the Midianites. And these Midianites were so mean. They were some bad hombres. Can you say that? Bad hombres. Well, little cowboy Gideon, he was hiding from these bad hombres because they would come and steal all of his crops. Because Gideon was a rancher, and they'd come steal his cattle, they'd come steal his sheep and his goats, they'd come steal all of his farms and vegetables. And so Gideon would hide in a cave and hide all of his crops down there, and he would work in the cave. So, guess what? Who showed up? Because when God, Jesus showed up. The Bible says that the angel of the Lord, which is another name for Jesus, showed up in the cave. And guess what? He said, Gideon, you are a man of valor. You are a warrior. And Gideon said, me? I'm kind of hiding in a cave from the bad guys. Jesus, have you heard there's some bad guys that are doing bad stuff to us? And so he said, Gideon, you're a man of valor. And so Gideon said, me? And then Jesus told him, Gideon, I have a job for you to do. I need you to go fight those bad guys. And Gideon goes, Jesus, I don't know if you noticed it, but I'm like the littlest cowboy in the neighborhood, and my family is like the smallest cowboy family. I don't think I can do it. But Jesus said, you can do it, because I am going to show myself strong, and I'm going to strengthen you. And so Gideon did what? He believed. And he said, okay, Jesus, I will do it. So Jesus told him, go get an army of men to come up here. He's got an army. He's got some strong hombres that are going to help him fight those bad guys. But guess what God said? Gideon, that's too many. If you have that big an army, people are going to think they did it and not me, God. Because when we're surrounded by a bunch of people, sometimes we'll forget that we need God. So Jesus told him, Gideon, that's too many. I need you to send some hombres home. And so, that's what he did. So, he said, I'm only going to keep, let's see, I'm going to keep this many. And, all right, Ezra, can go sit down. So he said, I'm going to keep this many. But then there was still 10,000 men. But Jesus said, have the men go drink some water. So I want you two to go down on your knees and pretend like you're drinking water like a little puppy. Oh, there you go. Drink water like you're scooping it up. Like this. You're scooping it with a cup into your mouth. All right. So God said, all right. He said, everybody that drank water like a little puppy, send them home. Everybody that drank water like scooping it up gets to stay. And this is why. Because if we drink water like this, scooping it up like a puppy, what did I put down? My sword. So if the bad guys come, I'm not ready. I'm drinking and I'm not watching. So God said, the men that drinking it like this have what in their hand? A sword. That means they're watching, but they're drinking and they're watching. So those guys got to stay. All right. So now Gideon had 300 men, and that was what he was going to use. But this is what God said. Put down your weapons. You're not going to need it. This is how we're going to win. I'm going to be with you. He said, I want you to take a flashlight. Oh, look at that. All right, take a flashlight. Take a musical instrument. Take a trumpet. Jesus said, I want you to sneak into the bad guy's camp. So when God says go, you're going to make all the noise. I want you to hold up your torch, your lamp, your flashlight. I want you to blow that trumpet and make noise. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what happened. When they made all the noise, the bad guys in the camp woke up and were afraid because they thought there was 1,000,000 people all around them. Because they heard all the noise and they heard all the trumpets and they started getting confused and they fought one another. They said, for God and for Gideon. So can you guys say that? For God and for Gideon. That's what they said, and God won.